I think Jeremy's got it today.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a twist. All right, well, I'll give it a shot.
All
Yeah,
right.
mostly because I always forget what it is, even though we've been doing it for so long.
Okay, here we go. Welcome to Pop Culture Roulette. We're what is it? What's the rest of it?
Welcome to Pop Culture Roulette for all your pop culture needs. We're America's podcast.
That's what it is for all
All
your
right.
pop culture needs. Let's just keep it to you
Yeah,
again.
that's
All
there's
right.
there's the opening.
Okay,
There it
there's
is.
there's the opening. All right. Well, let's get down to the nitty gritty right at the beginning. We're gonna get dirty
Ooh.
right up front. This is gonna be a saucy episode.
Ooh.
We're
Oh,
gonna
my.
get dirty. We're gonna get down in it.
Jeremy, hit the
We're
mood
gonna-
lighting.
Yeah, bring out
Alexa,
the,
trigger sexy time.
bring out the mood lighting. So, what is going on?
Alexa did not recognize that command.
Should have not.
All right. So, Harley Quinn season 3 is coming out.
Mm.
And there has been a scene that has been cut from Harley Quinn season 3
Oh.
because it is too sexy, too dirty,
Oh.
too raunchy, even for HBO Max.
Well, that's saying a lot.
It is saying a lot. Does it feature penetration? Because that's all I can think of would be too much.
Apparently, there was a scene that I want to say filmed, but it's animated, so they animated it,
Okay.
of Batman going down on Catwoman.
Really?
Oh my.
And Warner Brothers said, no, we can do a lot of things with this.
Yeah.
But how did they put it?
The
It's
bat
too-
won't eat the cat.
It's too hard. It's too hard to sell a toy of Batman going down on somebody.
I'd buy that.
Which I said, that's what I said. I was like, I don't think you understand your audience, sir.
Yeah. I don't think you get just how easy it would be.
Like, I think you would sell the hell out of those figures.
Yeah, it might be
And-
easier to sell those than just the normal figures.
I mean, you might
Wow.
not be able to put them at the shelf at Walmart,
Right. Right.
but your local comic book store that doesn't have such a restriction would absolutely sell that art print.
Absolutely.
I'm picturing
Yes.
like that. What is it? The 12-inch figurine you got there.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, apparently, that's just Warner Brothers isn't going to let that happen.
So no one's gonna get to see that. We can't even see it like a special features or something.
I assume that with the way the DC audience tends to act,
Yeah, if we whine enough, we'll get it right.
restore the bat eat cat.
There's a great hairball joke in there somewhere.
Yeah, there probably is.
Anyways,
But,
yeah, that's cool,
yeah,
man. I
it's-
want to see
it's
that.
just- It's just nice to know that Batman is as much of a giver as he is a receiver.
That's very true. Yeah.
He's a very caring individual.
You know, he isn't completely self-centered.
He's got a little bit of some worth to him.
I
I
think-
wouldn't
I
expect
think
that
that-
out of him.
That could easily make him a hero of the week.
Oh,
Right on.
right.
I'll give it to him.
Whoa.
But have you had a chance to sit and watch any of the Harley Quinn stuff yet, Jeremy?
I have not.
Oh, okay.
No. But I did do the other homework for today.
Okay. Oh,
so-
good.
I only did part of the other homework.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. You don't know
Oh,
what
I-
you're missing.
I did the important part.
Oh, okay.
Well, what's the important part? Arguably, this one is pretty important too.
Oh, uh-oh.
Yeah,
You
because
you might need to see this.
All right.
So, do we want to? Since you brought it up, let's just. I assigned both of you some homework a
Yeah.
couple days after. I think it was. I don't remember what night it was, but it was some. So we record Sunday nights, so I think it was what, Tuesday night. I was. I had. Hold on a second. Okay, never mind. All right, we'll just have to cut that part out. We'll get back to. All right.
Okay.
All right, take
all right.
take two.
And
Take
action.
two. Okay, so Tuesday night I texted both of you and assigned you some extra homework above and beyond what we normally have,
Right.
because I
Yes.
discovered on Hulu a movie called Willy's Wonderland had gone live.
Hmm.
And I know this podcast. I know the three of us.
Yeah.
So the title alone is probably enough to get us to watch it. But given that it's a Nicolas Cage movie,
Yeah.
I knew that this podcast would be perfect for our podcast. So I watched this movie Tuesday night instead of playing video games.
Mhm.
And I was not mad that I watched it because it was amazing.
Yeah,
It
it was pretty awesome. I'm glad I watched it too.
So I'm guessing this is the homework you didn't do
This
yet.
isn't what I didn't do. It's okay though. You guys can cover it.
Well,
I'm not mad.
we can tiptoe around it
I
without giving too much away.
mean, there's a couple scenes I do want to talk about.
Okay.
One pretty early in the movie. I don't know. I mean, this is a kind of movie that I don't know if there's really anything you can say that would truly spoil it, because Nicolas Cage's performance is so sublime.
That's truly, yeah, that's what it's really about.
That
That's what you're going in for.
even if you knew exactly what was going to happen, like
Yeah.
just the pure insanity of Nicolas Cage.
Right. Well,
I mean, I love the fact that. Do you think saying the one key thing about what he did would spoil it, or
I think
I don't really care about spoilers, guys.
okay?
yeah, we do that on here, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
I mean, the movie's been out for a little while. It's only been on Hulu for like a week now, but he doesn't say a word in the entire movie.
Yeah.
He doesn't speak. I don't think it's because he can't. I think Nick Cage showed up on set and went, it'd be super cool if my character doesn't talk.
Or they're just tired of all the things he randomly says, so they're like, "Your character doesn't talk."
No more
No, I think
tangents.
from what I was reading, he really did show up on set and said he wanted to play his character silent because he thought it would be cooler.
It was an awesome choice. I mean,
Because you
was
just
not
I kept-
expecting that.
I kept waiting for him to be like, say like, all right. So the whole plot of the movie is he's stuck in basically like the middle of nowhere, Texas or something. Some people lay out some strip, blow his tires, and then they're like, "Oh, you blew tires. Oh, we can get you these new tires, but or we take cash only, and the ATM is broken." I tell you what, buddy, if you come to this restaurant that we've closed but we want to reopen, we'll give you 4 tires for free. And this restaurant happens to be a Chuck E. Cheese ripoff.
All right.
That,
So it's like Five Nights at Freddy's, basically.
although my understanding of it, this script is older than Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh
'Cause
well.
I guess it's a 10-year-old script. So
Well, they should have worked harder to get it out then, because people are always going to make that comparison.
yeah, but so these animatronic animals are all demon possessed,
Well,
or
I've heard enough. I'm gonna go watch this now.
It's fucking awesome.
or actually, I think they're satanic serial killer possessed.
Yeah,
But,
I'm going.
So they
Probably be more entertaining.
they often will trap people in, and just as a sacrifice to keep the characters in the building instead of coming out into the community and killing people. It's a, the community has made an arrangement per se.
Hmm.
So very quickly he destroys one. But my favorite fight scene of the entire movie is when he goes into the bathroom
Hmm.
to clean the bathroom, and
That's a good one.
the gorilla pops out of one of the stalls, and him and the gorilla are fighting. They're slamming each other into the wall, and then he grabs the gorilla by the head and slams it down into the urinal, and then proceeds to curb stomp
Mhm.
the gorilla into the urinal.
An animatronic gorilla in a urinal.
Oh,
It's
which
pretty awesome.
of course these animatronic animals also somehow have. I guess it's supposed to be oil, but it's kind of blood. I
Mhm.
guess I don't know, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so he always
it's
gets splattered at the end.
oh yeah, it's great. But
What's awesome is that they chose to like. I thought it was going to be like this atmospheric type of horror movie. Like that's how they were setting it up because I didn't know anything about it. So I was like, all right, it's just going to be him inside the restaurant, and it's going to be like really slow paced, and we're going to build up the tension. But no, like immediately the first animatronic, like he beats the fuck out of it. It's like it's awesome. It's like amazing.
right.
It's
Right,
there's
and-
not a dull moment in the movie. It's
Right.
it's-
Well, and the first one kind of comes out of nowhere. Like he's just looking at it, and it
Yeah.
just kind of like it does something, and he's like, okay, and he
Yeah.
just beats the shit out of it.
Yeah, like-
almost for no reason. Like,
Like it startled him or something.
pretty much, yeah.
Oh.
And
Man, if I did that at work anytime somebody startled me, no employees left.
True. Or customers.
but where Nicolas Cage truly shines is when he cleans off the pinball machine,
Yeah.
and he has to go on regular breaks because the guy told him make sure you take regular breaks. So he goes to the pinball machine and drinks his energy drink, and he plays pinball, and like he starts doing like this dance thing. Oh,
It's awesome.
it's
All right. I'll definitely watch it after the podcast.
yeah, it's pure brilliance. I mean, it is Nicolas Cage, and I mean he's basically at this point of his career decided that he has an Oscar. He's got a couple Oscar nominations. Like he's not in it just for the awards anymore. I think he's just in it to amuse himself. And so like if you give him a script that he finds funny or interesting, I think he'll do it. Like I just like I don't even
I think that's the best way to go through it, even like as an actor. You know, if you like your project and you find it to be music, that's what you need to do, and not be like, "Oh, this sounds silly. I'm not doing it."
right. Well,
Yeah.
I think he hit that stage that Bill Murray hit in his career just way earlier in life, where it's like, I've attained a certain status, a certain level. I have a certain amount of money. I'm just going to go do whatever amuses me. Like, what's fun for me?
Yeah.
And if I want to do a movie called Willy's Wonderland, where I get into a fist fight with an animatronic gorilla
Mhm.
or an ostrich, like, I'm going to do it. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do I got to lose?
Hell yeah.
So yeah, so we haven't given one of these in a while, but I do believe that at least 2/3 are fully willing to give Willy's Wonderland the pop culture stamp of approval.
I'll give it the
Oh,
I'll give
cool.
it this stamp without even seeing it, just based on that description. I'm in.
All right,
Hell yeah, you won't be disappointed. It's great. The only thing I had a little issue with was some of the dialogue that they gave the teens. I mean, I know what they were going for. They were playing up the whole like teen trope thing, but some of the dialogue I was like,
yeah,
go back
yeah,
to
the,
Nick Cage.
yeah, the teens did kind of drag the movie down a little bit. But
Yeah.
there was one line in the trailer that I never saw in the movie. Maybe I just missed it, but in the trailer, the blonde with the big titties who predictably gets killed
Yeah.
apparently says, she says, they're not stuck in there, or he's not stuck in there with them. They're stuck in there with him.
That line came out.
Did
but
it?
It wasn't, I don't think it was her that said it.
Oh, was it the other girl?
It was that main girl that said it.
Oh,
when he was first being arrested or first being tied up and they were leaving, she was telling Patty, was that Patty the daytime hooker?
Yes.
Okay, she was talking to her, and that's when she delivered the line when they were like leaving the place,
Oh, okay.
and he
Yeah.
was like on his knees inside the building.
Okay. Yeah. I don't. Yeah, that was okay. I just somehow missed that. So
But yeah, definitely, I know that was definitely in there. But yeah, great movie.
I remembered it from the trailer, but I didn't remember it from the.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoyed that movie to no end. I mean, I'm also of no compunction to say that like it's on the level of like a Shawshank Redemption, but but
it's. I'm gonna go on a limb here and say it's better.
More entertaining.
I mean,
It's definitely fun. Yeah,
it's way more fun. That's
yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Apparently, the cat also approves.
Mm,
Yeah, she
nice.
just wants attention.
Who doesn't?
Me. Anyway,
You just generally want to be left alone.
very much.
So, did either of you watch the Avatar game trailer?
Yes, I
Oh,
did.
yeah, I did.
I watched that. You sent it to us.
Okay, I couldn't remember if I sent it to you or not. I don't know. I remember I was told that I have to send trailers.
That is the best way
That-
to get me to watch them.
Yeah, that's generally a good way. I think I
Um,
watched that one. Let me just refresh my memory here. I'm gonna pull it up.
Okay. I thought it looked pretty good. I mean, I thought the movie looked really good. It could be a truly fascinating game.
Well, I've never watched the movie,
Oh, okay.
so. But the things I did write down for it, I put the graphics looked amazing.
Yeah,
Seemed like it had a really good story, but I'd like to see more of the actual gameplay.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, if it's like a Tomb Raider style gameplay or Arkham Asylum style gameplay, definitely I'm in. But if it's more of just like a one of those first person shooter style games, not that they're not good. I mean, I know you guys love those style of games. I just don't. It's not my
Well,
forte.
if Ubisoft's doing it, I bet it's gonna be pretty close to Far Cry or Assassin's Creed.
Okay,
Just
all
a
right.
guess, but I mean, I could be way off.
And I've never played those games really, so I don't know if I have an opinion on them one way or the other.
Assassin's Creed's really good,
That's what I hear.
especially the later ones.
Yeah, I've been really having a good time with those.
Same with the Far Cry games too, though.
True. Yeah, the last Far Cry was awesome.
I worked with a guy
The
who
cult
wouldn't.
guy.
I worked with a guy who wouldn't shut up about some of the, like Far Cry 3 or 4 or whatever. Some of the later Far Cry games.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah, they got a lot better, the later ones, especially when they came out for the next gen systems.
Mm-hmm.
They really boosted them.
Yeah, yeah. Even though people complain that they reuse a lot of the same maps and just retexture stuff, but I never notice. I haven't
Yeah.
noticed really at all. It's always different to me. So,
I don't pay enough attention the first time around.
yeah, I still get lost.
Yeah.
Well, does that mean that kind of did like what Arkham Asylum with Arkham Cities did with Arkham City Origins, where like that different studio did Arkham City Origins, and they basically just took the entire map from Arkham City, added a couple little things to it, and went, "It's a new game."
That's what I've heard they've done. Yeah, with some of them, like when they did Primal, like Far Cry Primal, I heard they did like they took a sort of similar area from one of the old Far Cry maps, but like I said, I can't tell, so it doesn't
No.
matter to me. Yeah,
Okay, well,
Yeah.
one of these days maybe I'll give this Far Cry game a shot.
they're
I
fun.
think it's on Game Pass.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 6 is coming out soon. It actually was supposed to come out last February, but COVID stuff.
I don't get how that postpones a video game.
I know, right? Like, can't they all just work on it from home?
Yeah.
You would think so.
But maybe because of the collaboration that's needed, they have to be in person in front of a giant whiteboard.
We want to wait till
I
we
don't
can get
know.
everyone in their homes to buy this game.
You would think that's when you'd want to put out a new game. Everybody's stuck at home. Get the new game out. We will sell so many more.
Yeah. Maybe it's just their way of saying that it's delayed and they didn't get their deadlines in time and they're like using COVID as an excuse.
Yeah.
It's a convenient excuse.
I wonder when it comes to games or movies, how many people are like, instead of instead of just going, "Oh, we didn't hit the deadline." Went, "Oh, COVID."
Yeah, yeah. Like, oh,
Oh,
sorry guys.
I use that excuse at work too
Yeah.
when I don't get something done. COVID.
Why isn't this shelf stocked? Oh, sorry.
COVID. What?
COVID.
You've been here all day. How is?
COVID.
You had to
Sorry.
stock this one shelf. COVID.
Oh, yeah, but I just watched that trailer. I did watch it actually before when you sent it. Now that I see it, and yeah, like Justin said, or was that you, Nicholas? I want to see more gameplay.
Justin.
You.
Yeah, Justin definitely hit the nail on the head. I want to see the gameplay. I want to see what kind of mechanics it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, graphic wise, I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm in so far. Like,
Yeah.
it's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, there's been other games where you will see the trailer and you're like, oh, that looks really good. And then you get it, and when you play it and you actually see the gameplay, you're like, oh, this sucks.
Maneater.
Maneater was like that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Manhunter, which was an older game where you plays like a serial killer.
Oh, that Rockstar game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the graphics and everything, like looked good. And the game, it seemed like a good, but no, that the controllers were clunky and
Yeah.
it just wasn't that good.
No,
I enjoyed Maneater though. You get to play as a shark.
yeah. I guess it's just that I have yet to find a game where you have to spend that much time underwater that actually works from a physics standpoint or from a gameplay standpoint. Like I don't know. I gave up during the tutorial. Like the tutorial made me mad. Like
Maneater's one of those where you'll sit down and play it. Maybe if you have an hour and a half to kill and you don't know what to do, just pop it in, play for a while, swim around, eat some shit,
yeah,
complete some missions.
I was kind of glad they put it on Game Pass, so I didn't actually spend any money on it.
I got it
Oh.
as a birthday or a Christmas gift. I don't remember which one. So
Man, all right, well, I mean, for free either way.
yeah, I didn't have to pay for it either.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, oh, it's finally on Game Pass. Download it, and I was going, I was just, I don't know, it got super repetitive during the tutorial, and then like some mission they put me on, I was just like, I was having a hard time figuring out the controls, and I'm like, I got too much other stuff I'd rather be doing than figuring out a game that I'm not enjoying.
That's fair. I guess I'll have to be the tie-breaking vote. I'll check it out sometime.
Do you need me to lend it to you on PS4?
I could probably just get it through Game Pass because you
All
know
right.
how I am about when you lend me stuff. You won't see it for another 8 years.
Yeah, you won't watch it or play it.
Yeah.
How much of Thief did you play when you borrowed it?
I did play a pretty decent amount of it, I
Alright.
think. Yeah. But it was probably like only one session, and then I never played it again. So.
One session for probably about an hour or two, because that's what I did. And I was like, yeah, I'm kind of done with this.
Yeah. This is like medieval Splinter Cell. Just done not as well. But I mean, I didn't hate it. But, just not.
I mean, sure. I mean, the review was it's like medieval Splinter Cell, but not as good.
Yeah, but I didn't hate it.
But I didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it.
I mean, the first part of that sentence sure made it sound like you did.
Well, I like Splinter Cell
And medieval stuff.
and medieval stuff, but just to think that they'd be
Okay, I
combined,
just together, it
it's
sucks.
just like it's
All
not
right,
like peanut butter or jelly.
all right, I guess it's not the first part of the sentence. It's that middle part of the sentence of not as good.
Okay, not as good. Yeah, but not much is as good as Splinter Cell. There's not many things in life that are.
Well, speaking of things that are not as good,
Oh,
there was some news that kind of came in and slipped under the radar. Like I don't know when it actually happened.
Go on.
Apparently, Lego moved their license over to Universal Pictures from Warner Brothers, where it had been.
mhm.
Now,
All right.
this is significant for a couple of reasons. One, it means that we're probably never actually going to get Lego Batman 2 now,
Oh,
Aw.
because this is the movie side of things, not the video game side of things. So the
I
video,
still, aw.
So the video games, we're still going to get all of those because the video game license will, they have operate differently than the movie license. But being over at Universal means that, Lego Batman 2 probably got canceled after Lego Movie 2 didn't do so well anyway. But Lego Batman 2 was probably never going to happen now that because of the whole Warner Brothers Universal thing. I don't know what that means for like if Lego Marvel would be able to step in because DC not DC. Marvel is, being owned by Disney. They own Fox, but I know that they have a relationship with Universal because of the Hulk character. So I don't know. I don't know if they could maybe they could be like, okay, DC can't do it anymore, but let's work out a deal for Hulk where we'll let you play around with the Lego Marvel characters. If you give us the Hulk character back or something.
Right.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
So at the same time, it could very well just mean that if we're going to get Lego movies, it'll either solely be Lego, Emmett and Wild Style. What is that crunching noise?
That's what I'd love to know.
Does that mean anything for all the Lego TV shows too?
I mean,
there's the different Star Wars and the different Justice Leagues and
again, I don't know the answer to that because it's all every aspect has a different set of licensing about it. Because obviously they just did the Lego Star Wars Christmas special, and that so because that was for Disney Plus. So they did that last year, and then they've got. I think they're doing some sort of Lego Guardians of the Galaxy thing.
Interesting.
For Disney Plus, but I don't know what it because again, I mean with Lego with their TV shows, so much of that is Ninjago and some of the stuff that they created just for themselves. So yeah, who knows? I mean it seems kind of strange for Lego to move their movie property from Warner Brothers, where they had unlimited access to Batman, Superman, and all the DC characters, to Universal, where they have much less access. But I've also been saying, and from what I've been reading, if we're ever going to get a Lego, or if we're ever going to get a Marvel DC crossover game, if we're ever going to get a Lego DC crossover, Lego is the only chance we have of ever truly getting a crossover, because you don't have to sit down and fight with, well, who's more powerful, Thor or Superman or Captain America or Green Lantern or Batman versus Iron Man. You don't have to have the DC's Superman can't lose because blah blah blah, and so you don't have to worry about that. It's Lego. Who cares? People aren't going to take that as seriously and fight tooth and nail over who has the Marvel has 64 lines and DC has 63 lines. You need to put another line in.
In today's day and age, people will fight over that. You kidding me?
Well, I don't
the amount of whiners we got out there.
Well, that is true, but I think the studio itself, the people who actually finance it, because you hear with the infighting on the Fast and Furious franchise, where they're legitimately going through the script and counting words. This guy has 67 words. I only have 68. Or I guess it would have to be a lower number, but I only have 64 words. It needs to, and they're fighting over who has more words. or
If,
who
if
has.
Jeremy wrote a script and I had like 4 words, I'd be like, hey, can we take out like 3 of those? Can I have like one?
I want to pull a Nicolas Cage for this
Yeah.
movie.
I just want to be like balls.
But they
I'll
I
keep
mean,
that in mind.
so I don't know. I just I do find that interesting, and it was some little bit of some news that kind of flew under the radar when they moved that license over, that hey, this is probably means we're never getting Lego Batman 2, which is unfortunate because Lego Batman, that movie was pretty awesome.
Haven't seen it. Big revelation.
Wow.
Justin just sent a surprised emoji. Everybody listening.
Yeah.
Where's the thumb down emoji?
That's what I was looking for, and they didn't have one. Hence the surprise face. Oh boy.
That's what I say to you.
Did you guys check out Luca yet on Disney Plus?
No, the wife watched it without me, so
Divorce papers are in the mail.
so I want to watch it, but
We're just gonna let that one lie there.
Wait,
Die.
just step over that.
Oh,
I honestly missed what you said. What did you say?
I said, so the divorce papers are in the mail.
Oh,
And you
Okay.
just went, I
Yeah.
want to watch it.
I should probably pay attention to what you say. I mean, that is. I mean, whatever. I mean, why start now? We're only about
yeah,
100. We're only about 150 episodes into this. I hadn't paid attention to you yet.
Yeah.
yeah. Why start now?
Why start?
That's
The
what-
format's been working great so
I said,
far.
that's what makes the little ones, the little zingers in there so good.
Huh?
Because they're just like unnoticed, except by the listeners. Thank you, listeners.
Your love and support really means everything.
It does.
It does mean so much. All of the comments I have to wade through every week, the hundreds of emails that I have to respond to. It's almost like I have to, quit my other job just to handle this.
I mean, we all get comments from the fans letting us know how we did.
Hmm.
But anyway, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a pretty good movie.
Luca
Yeah.
Okay.
Downich.
No.
I do. I will watch it now. Oh, hey, that one wasn't mine this time. You can't blame me. You can't blame.
Shut up! We're
can't
trying to do a fucking podcast. I can't blame you on that one.
You can't
No.
blame me for that one.
No.
That isn't mine this time.
That was on my end.
What a shit show.
Yeah.
But to be fair, you know what? Through all those comments that we've received, we never received any comments based about those things, about
Yeah.
those excess noises. So
About the animals.
That is true. We are
Most comments we get are stop talking so much, let the animals run the show.
I mean, we are an animal-based podcast. We probably should just let them do it.
Mhm. I want to hear what the dog thinks about Willy's Wonderland.
We'll sit the dog down and watch it.
The one dog probably would have been scared out of her mind because she's scared of everything. The other dog would probably, I don't know if she has the attention span to sit through a movie, so who knows. And do you guys have any more news, or do we move into our most popular, most requested segment?
Justin,
That's all the news I wrote on the back page.
I should go see Luca or watch Luca.
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus.
Okay,
You don't have to pay extra to rent it or nothing because I think it's a Disney Plus original.
right on.
But
Okay.
it's a pretty good movie.
Okay.
Did you guys watch Loki?
No,
Yeah,
Not
most of episode 2.
Okay.
not half of episode 2. I'm not done yet.
Okay.
Did you watch it?
I did. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I'm into it. I really dig Loki so far. I think it's funny. I like seeing Owen Wilson back on the screen. It's been a long time. I know I said that last week, but about all I have to say about it.
I keep seeing those
Otherwise, I'd spoil it.
those fake like movie posters for
Yeah.
like wedding crashers, but it says timeline crashers.
Ah, that's funny. I didn't
it's-
see that.
It's Lukey and Owen Wilson.
That's cool. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like where they're going with this, and it's cool that I'm guessing this is probably going to tie into like the multiverse shit somehow.
I'm assuming as much. I figure this was, as much as WandaVision was what it was, and then obviously Falcon Winter Soldier was just a setup to give us, the new Captain America for the movies going forward.
Yeah.
I feel like this series is going to be as, if not more important, because I think it's going to directly lead to Doctor Strange in the multiverse of madness.
Right.
And,
Okay.
And I also think that I mean, they obviously, because of the way they filmed everything, kind of had to rejigger the lineup. I think that Spider-Man Far From Home is also going to kind of bring in some of the multiverse stuff. So we might be introduced to the multiverse in Spider-Man before we actually get the true understanding of the multiverse in Doctor Strange.
Cool.
Great.
That's just what I think. I could be wrong. I often am. But nobody ever comments about that either. So
It's true. We don't get fact checked.
no, we
Yeah.
don't.
It's for the best.
That's a dangerous world.
Well, I don't have any other pop culture news, but I did get shit on by a bird yesterday. So that's like personal news I can share.
Okay.
How'd that
Well,
make you feel, Jeremy?
It kind of, I didn't let it ruin my day, but it ruined like an hour of my day because I had to like cope with the fact that it was all over my shirt and on sort of some of my shorts.
What about the Nikes?
The Nikes were unscathed, luckily.
All right.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah,
Now,
thank God.
they do say getting shit on by a bird is supposed to be good luck.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I don't know why they say that, because
Yeah.
I mean, you just got shit on by a bird. That seems like the opposite of good luck.
They just
Yeah.
said it to make you feel better.
That's what it
it's,
is.
It's good luck. Yeah, not really.
Yeah, don't worry, buddy. It's okay. You'll
It's
be
good. It's good luck. That guy's a corner.
It was pretty it was a pretty bad experience. I felt like I thought it was water at first. I'm like, what is it, raining? I'm glad I didn't look up to see like, oh, what's going on? But it was a triple too, because my friend Kelly was sitting on the side of the boat, and then my friend Rosie was in the middle, and then I was on the other side of him, and all three of us got it.
Oh, it's just did a flyover.
They did a flyover because we were on
Was
the
it-
boat in the Milwaukee River, and it was like, boom. It was a little runny.
Was it one bird got all three of you?
One bird, all three of
Oh
us.
man,
He was a crack shot.
he was
Yeah.
he was
That
storing
bird's-
up.
As I said, that bird's just a dick.
That bird was like, all right, I'm stored up. There they are, and
Mhm.
come out.
Yeah, I'll tell you, if I would have found that bird, I would have done some horrible things to it. But instead, I just had some wings later to get my revenge. I had some chicken wings, so
Seems fair.
I felt
Wow.
better. Yeah. So yeah, good times. It's one of those stories where you could laugh about it later.
But that's always the best kind of story. Like,
Yeah,
It's something to reminisce with them. Remember the time we were on the boat? That bird just
just drop trow and
nailed all of us.
yeah.
What an asshole.
What an asshole. Fuck you, bird. Douche of the week.
Yeah.
all right, so I guess we'll get to our most demanded, our most popular, biggest segment in this show's history.
They love it.
Probably the most consistent.
Most consistent.
Yeah.
What was it called again?
America's podcast recaps America's Got Talent.
All right.
Bow, bow, bow.
First I noticed, does anybody know why it was such a short episode?
I don't know.
Oh,
I didn't understand that either.
Like all of a sudden, like golden buzzer, and then it was over. I'm like, wait, like this, because normally on Hulu it's about an hour and a half,
Mhm.
and I was like, I was like, okay, we're about the halfway point. golden buzzer. Wow, they're shaking it up, and then like credits. I'm like, what the hell? Like, did I fall asleep?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. That was weird. Maybe the first two were just extended for like because it was special, like a premiere thing. And this is how it's going to be going forward.
Well,
I don't-
the first episode they had 10 acts. The second episode they had 12 acts, and this one they only had 8.
Wow,
So
that's weird.
I don't know. So I mean that first group,
I got my notes.
yeah, that first group.
Hmm.
Justin, you got the
First group, CZN.
yeah. They were
Season, a boy band with 3 members.
terrible.
Yeah, my note was didn't show much, but what they did wasn't good.
I agree.
I thought the second group there, that T3
T3
was-
boy band, 3 members from New York, all in their late 20s to 30 years old.
I thought
Yes.
they were a little better.
Did you? Yeah, they were good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I put sounded good, definitely better than the first one.
Did you notice something interesting about one of the guy's shirts?
No.
Okay,
No.
so the guy wearing the button-up shirt with the triangles on it, I was like, something is familiar about that shirt. And I went online to look it up, and sure as shit, it was the shirt that Rocco wears from Rocco's Modern Life.
Oh,
Like a replica of that shirt. That's the one thing that stuck out with me from those guys.
well,
was-
and that,
I was at Goodwill the other day, and they had a Nickelodeon trivia game.
Did they really?
And I almost bought it for you.
Oh man. That would've
But
been-
I read some of the questions, and I was like, these are like
man, you would have
super easy.
written part 3 for him.
Yeah.
I'll go back tomorrow.
I wrote down Kabir Singh was very funny.
Yep, good energy, good energy, extremely funny, and very well with the crowd. Like he interacted so well.
Yeah.
It was after watching that when I messaged you.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't-
That
I-
makes.
I don't know why.
And like I said to you at the time, for somebody who uses Twitter daily, like I do, mainly just to enter contests for Funko Pops, but still I use it daily.
And apparently to also fight with Hulu. Is that another?
I haven't done well. No, I was going to say I haven't done that in a while, but yes, no, I did.
I was gonna say, yeah. I think I just saw one.
I think I just recently did scream at Hulu about something.
Am I the only one? Am I the only one without Twitter?
I don't have Twitter. I just
Oh.
stalk him on it. Well, I do have Twitter, but I don't use it. I don't actively. I think the last update I had was about the Christmas episode, so that shows you how often I'm on there.
Yeah, no, I guess I do attack Hulu every so often. I don't do that as often as I used to.
Right.
You're slipping, or you're getting soft.
Well, they made me mad. I stopped the program halfway through. It probably was America's Got Talent. And then when, like the next day when we came back to finish it, they had rewound it 10 minutes. So I had to fast forward. 10 minutes. It's like, what?
That was the whole thing that made you mad.
Well, it's because they do it every fucking time. It's like,
Wow, is that worth going out of your way to tweet them?
yes.
They want to rewind it a little so they make sure you know what's going on.
Okay, if they want to rewind it like 30, 40 seconds, sure, whatever. But like 10 minutes? What do I have, the memory of a goldfish?
Maybe it's well, yeah, I don't know. Their solution wasn't very good either. I agree. I saw the whole thread.
Well,
Maybe it's something on your end though. Did you
Well,
ever
it's-
think about that?
how is it on my end? I don't host any of the technology. I just turn it on. How is it my
Maybe it's old hardware. I don't know, dog.
Netflix never does it.
Well, yeah.
Right.
that's true.
Amazon Prime never does it. Disney Plus doesn't do it. Stars doesn't do it. Pluto doesn't do it. None of the other streamers that I have do it. It's just Hulu. And it's not even like if I stop certain other things, it's not even like consistent across the board. You
Yeah.
know, like sometimes
Yeah.
it's just rewound to go. Sometimes it starts right where you ended. Right? There's a reason that like if I stop where it ends, there was a reason that I stopped it. I didn't just like willy nilly I
Right.
have
I don't care exactly where it stops. Like, I mean, yeah.
right. Like I had to go to the bathroom. I had to go to work.
Right.
I had to do. Now I'm going to come back to this later. When I come back, I'd like to be at the spot where I stopped.
I get it. I mean,
Yeah.
actually, you know what? You're getting me fired up. I think I'm
Now, not
gonna go
10
tweet
minutes,
them too.
not 10 minutes back.
I understand. I mean, it happens every time.
Almost every time, yeah.
That would be annoying. But I mean, what the problem is, they won't do anything about it because they're just like, fuck you.
Well-
We're a
well-
corporation.
Well, and
Oh,
they're-
this one guy's gonna bitch. Who cares?
well, and the one thing that annoys me about it was that what really annoyed me wasn't because I said my piece, and if they had just kept their mouth shut and ignored it, I would have moved on with my life, and I never would have said anything. But their Hulu support team
They're
gets on and
poking
goes,
you. Eh?
Yeah.
the Hulu support team goes on and goes, "Oh, I see you've had a problem. I bet it's you. I bet it's your fault." What?
Well, I mean, I think that just because every time they get tagged in something, they probably have to. The corporate's probably watching and like reading all those things. So they probably have to like say something to try to help. Which I know it wasn't helpful at all, but
No, and what they suggested was like the least helpful thing, which is just poking the bear. I mean, it was just like, oh. So yeah, it was definitely they got a pretty angry tweet back to that.
and then they're like, wait a minute, we remember you. You're the watch list guy.
Which was so long ago, and I'm so used to it this way now that I don't even remember why I was so angry about the whole
The
the whole
queue.
Q. That's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even remember what the queue looks like.
No, I don't even remember. I just remember being super angry about it. And now I've been doing it. Now I've had the watch list for so long. I don't even remember.
Well, it was a nice little running thing that we had for a while, so I appreciate it.
Poke the nearly autistic guy and see
what happens.
Yeah.
and see what happens. Just fuck with his world just enough to,
Hulu should have known better. But that I feel though, like if they didn't say anything, wouldn't you have been like, well, what the heck? Don't they care at all about their customers if they said nothing at all?
Since I genuinely forgot until you reminded me that I had tweeted them in the first place. No, I feel like I just had to say something.
Fair. Okay.
He's just venting. Let's
I
ignore
just
it.
needed some sort of an outlet. Otherwise, it would be
Yeah.
me on the rooftops without just screaming into the night.
Yeah. So
do you guys want to take a quick ad break before we talk about any more AGT?
absolutely. Let's take a quick
Okay.
Yeah. Do 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 do.
Have you recently lost a loved one and want to hold on to their memory forever? Would you like all of the world to be able to view what their life had been about? Seasons of Life Memorials is what you are looking for. We create individual and unique documentary shorts that will allow anyone visiting the gravesite to view the documentary and your memories of the loved one. Contact us today to set up an appointment at seasonsoflifememorials.com.
Seasons of Life Memorials, by the way. That's who our advertisement is this week, who our sponsor is this week.
and we appreciate what they do, and that is a very honorable thing that they do for people. So, good on them.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So that's a pretty big milestone for us.
Yeah, no, we gotta have real advertising.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. If
Yeah.
anyone else wants to send work with us, we are also taking other advertisers.
Oh, absolutely.
Um,
We
Okay, I'm gonna have to write down the name for what we just advertised.
what we just did was Seasons of Life Memorials. But we'll take anything.
pretty much. I mean, there is a line that we do have, but
What won't you do?
uh
Cigarettes?
yeah, tobacco.
Yeah.
tobacco or nicotine related products.
Yeah. What about like well, I know they're probably not running anymore, but like Ashley Madison, if they were still around.
Those I probably wouldn't do either.
Okay.
What's the paycheck like?
Yeah. Yeah, I need to see what we're talking about here first.
If a dating app wanted to take us on, I'd have to let the two of you do the ad, but I wouldn't shoot it down. I wouldn't be a part of line reading.
Oh, it's just an ad. Who cares?
Ads are ads. I mean, heck, I'll take pretty much just about anything,
Yeah, I agree with that.
unless it's just a product I truly cannot get behind at all. So
Right on. I'm more than willing to sell out.
Oh yeah. It's all about the bottom dollar.
I've been waiting my whole life for it, actually.
all right, so
Yeah.
you're just gonna insert the ad later.
Yeah, it'll just pop right in and we're back.
Okay, and we're
And
back.
we're back.
All right. And we're back. So Mama Char was just a complete joke, right? Like,
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
She-
Dancer, not good. The one where they were like, I was waiting for you to start. Oh, the one thing. Just
Oh,
to-
yeah.
Just not to talk about how terrible she is yet. To go back with the stand-up comedian,
Oh, okay.
what's her name? How Heidi's like, I don't know if I was allowed to laugh
Oh,
at a joke
Heidi.
because he made some sort of
He did some racial
about
stuff.
about how like the white people have the market on serial killers.
Yeah. Yeah.
which is funny, and I was laughing hysterically at that because it's relatively true, except for recently. The number one serial killer in U.S. history is a gentleman named Samuel Little, who is an African American gentleman, and he is at about 60 confirmed, 90 suspected.
Holy crap.
So,
Huh.
so while we might have the sheer number, like we have way more serial killers as white guys, the number one serial killer.
Is a brother.
Samuel Little is big on killing.
Yeah.
Bringing the thunder tonight.
But
Oh,
that was one of the things I wanted to talk about. I did write that down here because I just found it to be annoying.
She's just always got to have something stupid like that. Like you can't
But-
just enjoy it. And if you do enjoy it, then it makes us question our sense of humor because we don't really know.
that is true. Yeah.
Yeah. All
I
right.
thought it was a great way to do the racial humor, though. Like that's you can still be edgy, but he did a great job with this content where it wasn't like, oh my
Cancel this
God.
man.
Yeah. So good on him.
Yes. All right. Back to the terrible dancer.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was just awful.
That was a colossal waste of time. Like it wasn't even funny. It wasn't like funny as like a bad act. It wasn't funny as like anything. It was just like, why is this even part of it?
Right. And the whole setup of like, ooh, she's gonna be no, and then it was just like,
Yeah. Just a total letdown.
Yeah.
and then
Right.
Storm Large.
Storm Large.
Yeah. She was a singer. That much I remember. What did she
Yes.
sing?
A song.
Okay.
Yeah, a song.
I put she started off stiff, loosened up after a while. She was a pretty good singer, but I don't see her going too far in the competition.
I wrote that song choice for her is going to be very important. I mean, I know I say that about a lot of singers, but I have seen a lot of singers and a lot of bands get into the live round and make the wrong choice, and it just ends them immediately.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
picking a song that doesn't fit in their vocal range or in their style.
Yeah.
And like this was probably 7-8 years ago now. There was this band. They were really good. They were kind of like Mumford and Sons a little bit, like right in the beginning of Mumford and Sons, style, and then somebody talked them into doing a Michael Jackson song that really didn't fit with their style, and they didn't. You could tell they weren't overly comfortable with it, but they did it anyway because some producer on the show must have talked them into it, and it got them sent home. Like it's just because they were like, ew.
Yeah.
And so that's
Not,
just
not one of your better performances.
that was one of those that you're just like, oh wow, like why would you choose that? Like
Right.
you know,
What are you thinking, guys?
right?
I
like,
kind of remember that, actually. I think I do
Like,
remember something
you
like
you
that.
guys were just you were humming along and you had a real shot of doing it, and then you picked this song, and like they didn't even try to like Alien Ant Farm when they took that Michael Jackson song
Mm-hmm.
and kind of made it their own. Like they didn't stay so truthful or so true to the song that it was different from what they do as a band. But they they took it and made it their own while at the same time staying a little true to the song.
Right.
So I don't, that, I guess I don't know. But so I just said Storm Large song choice will be very important.
Absolutely. But I thought for the first performance, yeah, I liked it, and I'd like to get to know her. That's another thing that I wrote. She aged well.
Yeah, 51.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I'm remembering her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
She seemed like a fun lady, and I'll just leave it at that.
What did you guys think of the Scary Magician?
His name was what? Klek Entos?
Hey, I was hoping you'd remember because
Yeah, Bizarre Klek Entos.
Yeah, that was awesome. I would pay to see a whole show like that if just all horror themed. Yeah,
absolutely, I would.
Yeah, I put creepy, talented, great show. I mean, I think he could headline a spot in Vegas.
The only question I had was, what was the point of the axe?
Why not?
Yeah, I guess why not?
Because I kept waiting for it to like come into the axe somehow, but it's just like he just like dragged it out to be like
it just adds to the creepy factor.
Ooh, I'm scary. Scary an axe.
He's building a brand.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever. It worked.
Yeah.
It was enough for me to like pay attention anyway.
It was really cool. I did it. I thought it was kind of corny that they did like the whole like at the beginning where they're showing like the producers and like the lights and stuff are going out, and then it shows their screen like getting taken over. I was like, okay, this is a little corny, but
right. Well,
it worked.
It worked.
Yeah.
When he came out, he had the presence, and it was really cool. But yeah, I mean, just for the judges to act like, "Oh, what's going on?" Like, yeah, you know goddamn well what's going on.
Yeah.
Don't pretend.
They're bringing a magician out. Stop.
Yeah. Like, because it would have been fine on its own without that hammy acting from the judges and the stuff. But otherwise, yes, awesome. I can't wait to see what he does next.
Yeah, look forward to an encore performance.
Yeah.
Then it brought us to what might be one of the worst performances that we've ever seen.
Oh yeah, those guys were so awful.
The Misfit.
The Misfit. I don't even remember this actually. I thought you were making a joke about
no, it's
guys at the very end.
The Misfit. She claims to be a rock star. The only two notes I put was cringy and can't sing.
Oh my god! Yeah,
it was so bad. It's just like
she had good energy and stage presence, but everything else was just
like if it had just been like a dance act, I think maybe she would have been a lot better. But like she couldn't carry a note.
It sounded like her eardrums were blown out.
It really it was just awful.
It was nice to hear Simon actually like ripping her apart for once, because that used to be like his shtick, and I don't really hear him do that much anymore. He used to drop a lot of one-liners.
Yeah,
it was funny, but
I wonder if a lot of that we don't see anymore too.
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly, but just like she's up there, like truly thinking like she killed it, or at least pretending like she did,
Yeah.
and then Simon just shredded her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was terrible.
I forgot all about that one. I didn't write that one down for some reason.
Uh,
It must have been that bad. I
Yeah.
literally thought you were making a joke about the very last act. Like, oh,
No,
yeah,
the
they were
very-
really
Ah.
bad.
No, I mean I mean, what can we say about the last act?
I mean,
I
yeah.
mean,
just-
they were the Terry's golden buzzer.
I
yeah.
feel like I've seen stuff like that before, though, on the internet.
I have too. I mean, but it was amazing. I mean, those guys were. I mean, to jump as high as they were and still. I mean, even though they're clearly breakaway boards,
Yeah.
but
I noticed on the last jump, like he did not get enough air
Yeah, the
to
guy
kick
had to,
that board, and he lowered it.
I
but
did
still.
notice that. But still, I mean, it was still still impressive and still, pretty cool. I do think, however, with the question that Justin's about to ask us to finish up the AGT segment, we're about to do a clean sweep of 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I think so.
So
Do you know the
so-
question? Do you know the question that's coming, Jeremy? After 2 weeks,
What's
No.
our golden buzzer?
there you go. What's your golden buzzer, Jeremy?
Just because I know the question that's coming doesn't mean I have an answer. No, you know what? It's gonna be really fucked up. But
Just when you think you know the answer, I changed the question.
well, guess what? I'm giving it to another magician.
I'm also giving it to the magician.
Are we all going with Bizarre Kleck?
That's
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
PCR loves magicians.
Apparently. So 3 weeks in a row, we would have changed the golden buzzer to the magician.
That's says a lot about us. I think we should be probably all going to a magic show together. We have
You know what? In Lake Geneva,
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
there are 2 magic theaters, and there's one right next to the Walmart in Lake Geneva. I have looked it up in the past. Things have got to be reopened. Let's
Yeah.
do it. Let's
Okay.
do it.
All right, let's do it this summer. We'll take a field trip over there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, it might be hard to get Justin just because of his work schedule, but
Yeah,
PCR
gotta
goes
let-
to a magic show.
gotta let me know when.
absolutely, let's do it. I mean, I want to make a joke about let's make it a date, but I don't. then you guys might be like, oh.
Look who you're talking to. We're not going to do that. We're going to get excited.
Yeah, we're gonna embrace that.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. We need to figure that out.
All right. Yeah,
And
I'm
do
in.
that.
I'm in.
Because I know that there was 2 magic theaters down there. I don't know now because that was pre-pandemic. I don't know if they're both still open, but
Yeah.
I bookmarked them. So on one of my browsers, I have them bookmarked. I'll have to look into that
All right.
and see when they're doing shows.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah.
Since apparently we have just recently discovered about ourselves, the 3 of us like magic.
Yeah, I had no idea until I started watching AGT this year that I was so into magic. But
And not the gathering.
right.
Yeah,
Can't do it.
I never figured that out. Those card games always were beyond me.
That's for nerds. We don't know anything about nerd culture.
Well, hey, come on now. All right. Well, so do you have a hero of the week or
Not really.
not really?
I thought we already named one.
Oh, yeah, who was it?
I don't remember.
That was at least 40 minutes ago. You expect
Yeah.
All right. My hero for the week is Batman.
Okay.
For being a very giving individual.
Nice.
Was that who it was?
It might be.
I
Yeah, it might have been already.
It might have been.
Here he goes again.
But
Oh,
as you're out walking around and you come across some singer that calls herself the Misfit or some dancer who calls herself Mama Char, just remember that stupid never walks alone.
Right on.
hey, we did it again.